Hello my sweethearts, I hope you all are doing really well. I apologise for not making that many videos at the start of this year. There has been a lot of colds going around and I happened to catch them. Also, I'm making note of myself to keep an eye on my own health. Some of you may know that I have chronic illnesses. I've got fibromyalgia and hypermobility, polyarthritis and other conditions. And last year I did push myself with trying to lose weight and also concentrating on the wedding and Sammy and all of that going on. I pushed my body too far and I started to get really exhausted and unwell, and so this year I want to make sure that I'm more conscious of my body, and if my body is telling me not to do something and just to rest, then I'm gonna do that and rest as much as possible. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do videos when I want to do videos. I would love to come back on here and do as many videos as I can for this channel and for my other channel, but I don't know if that is possible at this moment. I want to make sure my health is stable and the important thing right now. So if I do disappear like I have done, I apologise. I understand some people don't like it when people do that because they never know, they don't really have a time schedule or a schedule of when to upload videos like other people do. I'm just gonna upload whenever I can and when I feel like it. So yeah, I'm appreciative of those who have actually stood by and keep watching me, and hello to the new subscribers that I've received at the start of this year, and for the comments as well. I do appreciate them all, and I know I don't always reply quickly or at all. I'm not ignoring anybody, it's just sometimes I can forget to do these things. And also, this cloth is kind of dirty, I apologise, but it is candle wax and it is a nightmare to remove. But yeah, I just wanted to say that before actually going on into this video. I'm trying to be calm at the moment because I just received this in the mail and it's my birthday present from my husband. It was my 30th on Friday, the 2nd of March, and we were going to go to Edinburgh and go to the Weird Shop, which is a gorgeous new age type shop. It sells tarot and oracle, crystals and all of that, and the people who run it are so friendly and I love going in there. But it started snowing in the UK, and normally that's not a problem, but it kind of went on and on and on, and we kind of got snowed in. Things came to a halt in the UK, people went crazy and started to buy everything out of the supermarkets. Our local shop had just gotten in some bread. There was 30 loaves of bread, 6 people took the entire lot. I don't know if it was for friends and family, but it was gone within an hour. Everybody went crazy. That was last week. So nothing was able to be done. So he just went online and bought it, and now it's pretty much clear for us. But we're supposed to be getting another storm coming along soon. I think it's Pest from the west. This was Beast from the east. Now it's Pest from the west, I think. I think it is. but some say it might not be as bad as the one we've just had, but yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'm just glad to be in the house where it's nice and warm. So the deck that I received today, which is in the title, it is the Wildwood Tarot. I've been wondering about getting this deck for a while. It was either this or the Druidcraft, and I chose the Druidcraft last year, and I loved that. And I didn't think I was going to go for this one because I thought they were too similar, and I'm wrong. This one already feels very, obviously wild, but very raw as well, and more, I don't know how to say it, like more I can get into the roots of everything, getting underneath the ground and getting dirty and soil underneath my fingernails, that sort of feeling, and I'm absolutely loving it. And that's just the feeling of having this in my hands, getting it out of the box, the parcel box. And so I just want to rip everything up open and go through it, but I want to try and come on here and do this video. So if it seems like I'm mumbling or don't know where my mind is, I apologise. I'm not editing this. This is just how it is for me and what I'm like. But the deck is by Mark Ryan and John Matthews and illustrated by Will Worthington. And already the cover is gorgeous and I want to get into it. It does come with a lovely guidebook as well. I will say the box, it does come with 2 separate bits, and I know some people don't like that due to the cards can be bored or damaged. Luckily enough, mine don't seem to have that issue, and also the actual lid goes right down to the bottom of the box, and even though there are these finger holes, it is still difficult for you to remove the lid. As somebody with who has difficulty holding things and with issues with the hands, this was a nightmare. I tried to do this video before, but I ended up screaming and shouting and really getting aggressive to try and open this because it was difficult for me to do so, which is kind of annoying, but yeah. So the guidebook, another sneak peek of the card, and I know which card this is. Oh my gosh. If you want to see possibly a more in-depth look at this deck, I would highly suggest going to Kelly from Truth and Story. She does amazing walkthroughs and look at the guidebooks and all of that. I'm not doing that right now. I only show you the major, then the aces, and then the cards that really draw my attention. That is how I've always done these videos, and I just prefer it that way. But if you do want a more in-depth look, then Kelly is the person to go to, and her link will be in the description box and possibly the card info on the video thingy. So yeah, you've got a good read to go through with this guidebook itself. You've got a few words from Mark Ryan and John Matthews, and also an introduction to this as well. You've got obviously the card meanings for the major and the minor. You've also got some sample spreads to go through, and it lists some resources and further readings and about the authors and artists and all of that. Excuse me. So there is a lot to read, and it is going to be worth it. I love guidebooks that come like this, that are chunky and full of information and make you really not connected, but feel even more connected to the deck, make you want to know more about the deck. I love guidebooks like this, and I wish more decks and the creators could do books like this as well, instead of just the little white booklet. There is something I saw. It also mentions about the Wheel of the Year as well. And for the actual cards, you get a small image of the card, what the card name is, the position on the wheel, the description, then the meaning, and then the reading points, and also something right at the bottom which says roots and branches. I'm guessing that is like keywords or pointers to go by. I also know that the card names have been changed, so if you are still trying to understand or remember which card is where, this can be confusing, as it is for me. I'm still trying to learn that, and when decks do this, it can be very confusing. But I also know there is another book, which is the Wild Magic, the tarot workbook. And in this book, it actually does state what the original card name is, as well as the name in the deck. But if you can't get that, then I'm sure online it will tell you and all of that. And then you could possibly write it in the book just to remind yourself, which I might do. So yeah, there's about 2 pages for the major. For the minor. Right, so when you come to the minor, you have this page here, which is obviously the suit of arrows. It tells you the element, the position again on the wheel, and associations. For the court cards, it only got a page, and instead of roots and branches, it's tracks and pathways. And then for the actual minor, it is just a page without anything on the bottom. So that is pretty decent, and I really want to read these. But yeah, the actual cards themselves, and it looks like it's going to rain, so I'm hoping I'm going to have enough light. This is the back of the deck, and I will zoom in. Excuse me. I've got hiccups. When I get excited, I get hiccups and all of that, so I'm just hoping they will stop. Like silent hiccups. It's horrible. So yeah, that is a gorgeous back. And this is actually, oh, these are reversible because these are upside down. That's handy. But there was this card, which is, I guess, the title card. Delve even deeper into the magic of the Wildwood, an exclusive video clips from authors Mark Ryan and John Matthews. And I will list that, link that in the description box as well. So, and my foot is going numb. Here you have the Wanderer. And again, I don't know if you zoomed in enough. I'm getting all giddy and excited, and everything just feels so good with this deck. It's been actually a long time since I felt this way with a deck. Even though I love the decks that I've received over the holidays, this one just has a completely different energy and it's unbelievable. The Shaman, oh my word. Oh, you're not zoomed in, right? I just want to zoom you right in so you can see every little thing. The Seer. The Green Woman. Oh wow. I actually saw that cauldron. We went to the museum in Edinburgh and it was the Celtic week going on, and we went in and I was like, I recognise that cauldron. Oh my god, it's there. And you're not allowed to touch it and all that. I think it was behind glass. And I just stood there for a good 15 minutes. And my husband's like, are you going to move anytime or you just want to stay here? And we were with his mum and stepdad. And they just couldn't understand why I was obsessed with this cauldron. But it is beautiful and I'm so pleased I managed to see it. It was one thing on my bucket list to actually see, and I'm a happy bunny. The Green Man. Oh wow. The Ancestor. Ah! That is the Hierophant, I believe. I think. Yeah. Oh, I love it, I love it, I love it. Oh, the Forest Lovers. The Archer. The Stag. The Hooded Man, which is the Hermit. Oh yeah. Oh wow. I just want to follow him. Him, her. Get him, because it's a man in the title. I just want to follow. The Wheel. Sorry, my foot is getting to that painful stage where you don't move your foot. It starts to ache with the pins and needles and the numbness. Oh, the woodwood. Oh. The mirror. Oh wow. See, I've lost completely what the original names are, so I'm just gonna quickly. That one would be the Hanged Man. Hanged Man? Ooh. That's interesting. Because normally, obviously, with the Hanged Man, you would see him upside down and things like that. So that is what I was going to assume again was going to be for the Hanged Man. Oh my god, the journey. Yes, death. Oh, if you don't like gruesome things, you may not like this card, because the crow, raven, blackbird is actually pulling the muscle or flesh away from the actual skull. So that might not be a card for you, but it is absolutely gorgeous. And balance. Oh. And there's a face right at the bottom. Oh. The Guardian, the Devil. I'm so glad I got the Wild Magic, the workbook, because clearly I can't remember names. The Devil, yeah. The Blasted Orc. See, that's what I would have assumed, because I saw this online as well, and I assumed that was the Hanged Man. So that's what threw me off. That one is the Tower. Oh, the Tower, yeah, duh. Okay. I forgot about the Tower. I don't know how, but I forgot about the Tower card. The Pole Star. Oh. The Moon on Water. The Sun of Life. That is beautiful. I love that. Oh. The Great Bear. I believe there was a meditation in one of the books. I think it might have been the Wild Magic one, the workbook, where you can meditate and go through the cave and all that and meet the Great Bear, and I really want to do that. That is something that I'm really drawn to doing, and seeing where it takes me and what the messages are, and yeah. The World Tree. Each card is so beautiful, and I love it all. I know I'm probably really quiet and all that, and right now there is nothing outside, there's no one outside, that are not even birds. It looks like it's gonna pour it down, but it's not. Everything just feels very still. And normally around now everything is busy and all of that. And this deck just feels like I'm going inwards and going deep and underground, and I love that. I love that feeling. I love everything about that what this deck is making me feel, and I haven't felt like that in such a long time, and it's so powerful and empowerment, and oh. Now we move on to the aces. So we've got Ace of Vessels, which I'm assuming is cups. I really should have had this better thought out or researched a little bit, but I didn't want that. And also it's got Ace of Vessels, I don't know if you can even see, and then the Waters of Life. So I'm assuming the other minors have got a keyword on the bottom as well. Ace of Stones. Actually, you got a labyrinth and other symbols on actually carved into the stone itself. And I know there are a few stones around the world and Scotland and Ireland and all of that that do have markings like that. This is the foundation of life. Ace of Bows, which is sparks, the spark of life. And then Ace of Arrows, which is the breath of life. So I'm assuming... I'm going to have to see which one is the wands and which one is the swords. I'm going to say arrows is swords. Suit of bows is fire. Yeah, so bows will be wands and arrows is swords. Yeah, that is absolutely gorgeous. And now I'm just going to go through some of the other ones in the deck. Already a swan. This is the Queen of Arrows and only has swan for the keyword. So I think the court cards are going to be different to the other minors, which is going to be interesting. Oh my gosh. Two of Arrows. Injustice. Oh, Three of Arrows, Jealousy. That is awesome. That is amazing. Oh, Knight of Bows is a fox. He's a happy little fox. and a stoat. Stoat? I think it's a stoat. They are mean. We get them in the countryside, obviously. And my dad has chickens and ducks and all that, which he has an incubator, so he hatches them himself and all that. In 1 year we had a load of them, and he also does his own hen huts and all that. 1 year we found out that stoats were in or roaming around our area, and one morning we woke up, my dad went down to feed the hens and ducks, and basically it was a bloodbath. It was not nice. And what they do is basically take the head, or they bite the head off, and that is it. They don't take the body, they don't do anything, they just behead them, and that is it. So it was horrible, absolutely horrible, and you're not allowed to even harm these animals, even if they are on your property trying to hurt your own animals, because they are protected or something like that, and it's just a nightmare, especially for farmers. My dad's not a farmer, but we live round farms and all that, so it is dreadful. I want to show you, oh my gosh, I was going to say I want to show you them all, but this is 9 of bows, respect. I'm going to have to bring that up. Look at that. How intense is that? And I'm still learning about the Manor, so having these keywords at the bottom is really, really helpful for me. I'm not like really advanced in my tarot reading. I know a little bit about it. I know I trying to trust my intuition as well, but with Manor in the court cards, it's always a struggle for me. I've always worked with the major and only just starting to learn more about the Manor, and this year actually I'm trying to dedicate myself to learn more about minors and numerology and all of that. Let's actually get away from these ones and see further back. 2 of Vessels, attraction. Oh. 5 of Vessels, ecstasy. Oh my gosh, 7 of Vessels, moaning. I'm gonna have to. And 8 of Vessels, rebirth. Yep. 9 of Vessels, generosity. So yeah, that is all I'm going to show you. Otherwise I probably will end up showing you them all because they are absolutely amazing. I still need to go through the actual workbook and read up more about how it helps or works with the deck and what it can come up with and all that. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here and show you this deck and what I feel about it and everything. And so far it is amazing, and it's bringing out another side to me that I thought was long gone. And yeah, these images are so beautiful. So if you have been wondering about getting this, I would highly suggest doing so. It is different from the Druid Craft. I was a little bit worried at the start about that, but it is different. They have completely different energy to each other. Even in the style of the art, like the pictures, especially when it came to death, that was just absolutely amazing. And yeah, I highly recommend this deck already. So that is all I'm gonna say for this deck in this video. I hope you all are gonna have a lovely day, evening, week, and I will speak to you all later.